So today we are going to start proc format. Freq means transpose. Format. So already we know the formats and informats, right? So those are system defined. The state and the time formats are the system defined formats. So we need not to create those formats. So here proc format, it means this is so it means it is a user defined format. So for requirement we can create our own format by using the proc format step. So for this we have two statements. One is a value statement and one more is in value statement. By using value statement and in value statement, we can create a format. Okay, so let's see what value statement has. So value statement, by using the value statement, we can create a format to character something numeric to character. Okay, numeric to character. And one more we can create by using a value statement, character to character, and here the name, format name. Okay, format name should be numeric to character. Format name should be like ABC. Okay, next here the format name should be dollar. Before we need to mention the dollar symbol, then only it will create. When we are just creating a character to character format, we need to use a dollar symbol. Okay, so by using the in value statement, by using the value statement, we can create a format. So one is with numeric to character and other one is character to character. So both ways you can create a format by using the value statement. Next we have in value statement. So by using in value statement, we can create a in format. So we can create a in format. So this is it should be always character to numeric, only one way, character to numeric and in format name. So the above one is a format name. Here the in format name like ABC you can mention, no issues. So I'm just giving the names. This ABC, it means you can give any alphabet names. That is fine. Okay, next we'll start with the programming part. Okay, we'll start with the programming part. And already we know the SAS class. So we can take an example that set SAS class. Okay, so in that, if suppose I'm creating one variable which is sex is equals to then gender is equals to male, else gender is equals to female. Okay, this is the one condition. Or we have the age group values like age 11, 12. Then you can just create a variable age grp is equals to age grp is equals to teen. Else if age in 13, 14, then age grp is equals to else if 15, 16, then age grp is equals to. Okay, Now, so if I want to create a numeric variable here, if sex is equals to m, then n is equals to 1, else equals to 2. Okay, so by using the conditional statements, we just created the some conditions with new variables. See now. Okay, and we need to apply the lengths for this variables, because whenever we are creating a character variable, we need to declare the length statement before that variable creation. Now here, for this I will create a format. For the same scenario, I will create a format. So format, we need to declare the proc format statement, and then we need to declare the format. So first I want to create a format, so which is numeric to character relationship. This is the part, the first part. So for that we need to use the statement is called value, and you can give the just the format name agrp, and next I'm giving 11 to 12 displaying teen, next 13 to 14. Okay, okay, next semicolon. This is the, so when you run this program, see here, format agrp has been output. See here, format agrp has been output. So this is the format you can use. So two ways you can use the format. Okay, we can just declare with the other formats as well at the same time. Value. Now character to character relationship. Here I have the character value, and then I'm just creating the same character value. So for that I'm just declaring $SX. So for this, when we are declaring the character to character relationship, we need to mention the dollar symbol for that. Then only the format we will create. Otherwise, it will give a syntax error. Okay. Now, m is equals to male, and next f is equals to female. Okay, that's it, done. Next, I'm creating a in value. So which is to convert numeric. So anything at the character value, when we are converting into numeric, always you need to remember that is a in format value. It means we need to use in value statement to create a in format. So something here you can declare is equals to 1, and next declare 2. That's it. So when you execute the both programs, all formats, for each format end, we need to mention the semicolon. Don't mention the semicolon for every line. Okay, at the end of the format, then you need to mention the semicolon. You can declare in single proc, and in between the single proc and run in between n number of format or in format. Just mentioning the semicolon, it means it is the end of this format. It is the end of this format. It is the end of this in format. Okay, so let me run with this program. Now you can look here. See, So format has been output for $SX format has been output. In format SXN has been output. So when we are declaring in value, it indicates in format name. It indicates in format name. Okay. Now, so yeah, what I am doing here, CLS 1 set. Okay, I'm creating a library. Okay, just I'm creating one library here. If suppose formats, we can directly use the formats, right? So by calling the statement, we can directly use the format. So what are the format? Age. I'm just applying age ERP dot. This is the format we have. So in format, we can execute by using only the input method. So it means input function, not in the, because in variable level we need to apply, right? So in format we cannot, it means it need to read the data. So in format we cannot apply for any variable directly by using the in format statement only. It means user defined. Okay, why? Because user defined always to read the data, it means we have non-standard data in character format. So the in format statement, it will not automatically convert into numeric. Okay, let's yeah, we'll explain later that part. Now see here, I'm just applying the format statement for age variable. See here in class 1, you can see age variable, right? So inside that you can see the values young, teen, old, young, teen, old. It means age is a character variable. No, right? Age is not a character variable. Why? Because we just applied the format. So a grp 5 dot is a format, and that is a numeric variable only. It is not a character variable. It means this is only the display purpose. This is only the display purpose. So always you need to remember when you are using the temporary formats. Okay, so the original, it means if you are applying any conditions, if you want to apply any condition in this age variable, will this, it means suppose previously you may write the condition like age greater than or equals to 14. So now can you write the condition age is equals to 10? Is it possible? Hello, is it possible? So why? Because it is a numeric variable, right? It is a numeric variable. So always you need to remember the numeric variables when you are applying the format for the character values. It is only the temporary values. In backend, you can see the original values. If you remove this format, okay, just you can apply some the format. You can see the original values. You can see the original values. So otherwise, if you want to apply again, you can just h agrp some around 5 dot. See now the same format you can see. Or if you want to see, it means already we have the format available. That is the reason we are just applying. So if suppose I'm just updating 3 dot, automatically you can see the values, only age values here. So like that, the temporary formats will apply. the temporary formats will apply. But always remember, except the date time formats, because date time formats are always system defined formats, not the user defined formats. Here, this age group, AGRP, this format is this format is either user defined format, right? And one more thing, I'm just applying the format. Sorry. So when we execute this program, see here in class 1, you can see same, even sex variable also has a length. It is a character variable only, but has the length only 1. So it means it backend, what are the original values? M and F only. So the present, what we are just seeing inside this data step, this is the temporary values. Why? Because we just applied the format. Okay, so this is the basic application when you are just applying with the temporary formats. If you want to convert these temporary formats into permanent, if you want to convert this temporary format into permanent, so but by using this format, I need to create new variable like these conditions. Okay, I need to create a new variable. So how can we just call it? Means by using data type conversion function, we can just create a format and in format statements. Now here age grp is equals to, so what is, so numeric to character relationship. So anything to the end, anything the end part is character, we need to use the function is called put function. Data type conversion, we need to use the function is called anything to convert into character, we need to use put function. In that, first we need to declare the variable name. After that, we need to declare the format. Okay, next suppose I'm creating a gender variable. For this also, character to character relationship, I need to declare put statement and sex variable. Next we need to declare $sx dot. Okay, this is the character to character relationship. Next, in value, to convert into character value into numeric. Anything the endpoint we are converting into numeric, that's we call it as a in value or in format or input. Anything you need to just mention put it means before you need to add in value, before we need to add in, and in format it means before we need to add in, just we need to mention that value sx section variable is equals to input of. Okay, and next we need to declare the character variable in first argument. Next we need to declare the dot. That's it. So when we execute this program, see here, everything is clear. Now you can see the age group variable, gender variable, and section variable. Instead of creating by using the conditional statement, directly you can just create the formats. Okay, or in formats, you can just apply the program. So it is very easy to update the variables. Okay, instead of applying, and here you need to apply for the character, you need to apply the length for the character variable. Here we don't require to apply the length for, because when we are applying the formats, to convert into character type, always it will take maximum value length inside that format. So for example, age group we are creating. So here we have the full value. What is the length of that variable? 5. Why? Because it will just check the this format total. So it will check this format. So in this format, we have 4 letters word and 5 letters word and 3 letters word. So in that, it will take maximum length of the word and it will give the length for that number of characters into that particular variable. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes.
And next, And next, so what I am doing here, just for in every time, always we need to remember. So I'm just creating a one library. So I'm storing the data step into that library. So you can see inside LB1. So inside this library, you can see the new data step. Okay. Inside this library, you can see the new data step. So what I'm doing here, I'm just saving this one, the 14 proc format and freq and means. Format freq and means. So when I just open this probe, so I'm just closing the total SAS environment. So I'm just creating a lib name, lib1. So when I run this code, now the library executed successfully. Open the lib1. So class data, open demo data step. It is executing fine. It means you can open without any issues. Okay. Now you can see here, unable to open lb1.cls1 can't be opened. So we stored the data set. So it is fine when you are seeing in the last time. Now we stored into outer location, our PC location. But when we run that, when we just want to open that data step, so it is giving it is not opening. Why? Because let's just check with the log window. What it is just to throw an error when we open the data step. So the format $SX not found or could not be loaded for the variable 6, and format AGRP not found and could not be loaded for the variable age. So it means why? Because when we are creating a formats, so when we are creating a formats, always we need to remember. So if you are applying temporary formats, these formats are available in this library or work library, then only the data will read and apply that formats for this data step. So if these formats are not available in our work library or this particular library, like lib1, so this is the error we will get every time. Always when the temporary formats are applied for any data step, if the formats are not available in that particular folder and work folder, automatically we'll get an error. So we could not able to see the data. So then we have the question, how can we ignore the temporary formats? How can we ignore the temporary formats? So for that, we have one option is called options no FMT error. Options no FMT error. So what is the use of options no FMT error? It will just remove the temporary format. This is the global option. Once you apply it, it is applicable for total the SAS environment. When you close this, then it will disappear. Okay. Now, if you want to, I just run it. Options no FMT error. Now you can open easily without any issues. See here. So see here. Is it throwing any error? No. That is just an option. No FMTR, it means it will just ignore the temporary formats. This is the option we need to call. No FMTERR we need to call when we have the temporary formats for our library. So automatically this option, it will just remove the temporary formats. Now you can see the data, right? So for that is the use, you can just use the options no FMTERR. That is only I'm explaining. Is it clear?
We applied the formats, right? But we can't see the formats in it.
For this,
For another data set.
no. For this one only, we applied
Yeah.
the format previously, but we stored into this the our PC location.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen. So, but those are the temporary formats.
Okay.
Okay. So when we are just use the temporary formats, when we are storing into, so the data stuff when we are storing into outside, and we need to store the same these formats as well into that library. Okay, we need to store the formats as well into this library, then only it will work. Otherwise, when you just reopen this data step, and when you just close and open the SAS environment, and when you want to open this data step, we will get an error. Why? Because the data set has applied with temporary formats. So we need to ignore. So we don't know the formats, what the temporary formats previously. So I need to just ignore that that formats. For that, we need to use this statement, options no FMTERR, to ignore. Okay. Otherwise, if you want, it means we need to search this formats, and we need to store into this library. Then we need to open the data stuff. So for this, so I just not has a perfect syntax. You can just practice on your side to store into the, so these formats we can store inside the library by using format catalin. It means it will read the library. Format catalin out, it means it will just output into the data set level. So formats, these formats we can create even data step wise also. So for that, we need to use format catalin to retrieve the data set into formats. Or if you want to execute formats into data step level, we need to use format catalin out. Please practice from your side this part. I will explain if anything next class. Okay.
Okay.
So this is clear, right?
Mm.
Now why we are using the no FMTERR?
To ignore the formats.
To ignore the format, temporary formats. So because of that only we are getting the errors, right?
Yeah.
These errors. So to ignore this, we need to use no FMTERR. Okay. So this is the basic explanation about the format and informats. Please practice. And next, we need to discuss about freq. Proc freq. Okay. Proc freq. And so so this is the data step. I'm just selecting for here. Okay. In class 2 data. When we run this program, so we have class 2. Okay, so in this, we need to identify categorical and continuous variables. In this, we need to identify categorical and continuous. So I think all of you know what is meant by categorical and what is meant by continuous. So all result related variables are called continuous variable. All, like, it means the categories. So we have the variable sex variable, right? That is a category. We have only two, M and males and females. In race, we have the categories, right? Asian, black, white, African, American. Like, so Asians we have separate. Race we have different type of category. Ethnicity we have different type of category, and even the grouping variables also we have. All these variables are categorical variables. Okay, anything that is just categorizing a group, so we call it is a categorical variable. Now even country is also a categorical variable. So 1 second please. Okay, so here by checking with this data step, we need to mention the categorical and continuous variables. Just ignore the name variable. Here we have sex variable, age variable, height variable, weight variable, age group variable, and gender variable, and section variable. Can you please tell me which are the categorical variables and which are the continuous variables? So categorical variables, it means grouping variables. Continuous variables, it means resulting variable like height, weight, okay, age, and BMI. Anything result related variable, all are called continuous variables. So in this, can you please tell me now the categorical variables and continuous variables? So 6 variable, and next age GRP, and next even here. So sometimes we may think here, so sex is a categorical variable and age group is a categorical variable and gender is same as sex, right? So even gender is also a categorical variable. Is section variable is continuous variable?
Yes.
No, it means, so we may think this is a numeric variable, so we can call it is a continuous, but it is a categorical. So just it is a numeric order for the sex variable. So it is not the continuous variable. Always result variable, when we are just comparing with the subject to subject, it may not be the same. Always it may not be the same, but you can just see this variable. Always you can just compare with the sex and variable, both are same, because that is a character and this is the numeric order. Nothing you can, it means other than 1 and 2, can we find any other value here? No. So it means always, even some of the numeric variables may be a categorical variables. Some of the numeric variables may be a categorical variables, but continuous variables are always a numeric variables. Continuous variables are always a numeric variables. Okay, but not this type of variables, this type of categorical numeric variables. Okay, only age, height, weight, BMI, CSBP, DBP, our blood sample related variables. Okay, so in that we may have positive, negative, normal, abnormal, this type of test also we have when we are just finding with the test, our blood test or urine test or hematology related or any vital signs related test. So on that time, it means the resulting variable will goes into the continuous level, and the categorical, it means the characters, the responses, they may tell the or normal, abnormal, positive, negative, like that, yes or no values are there, right? So those are all coming into the categorical. So here even section variable is also a categorical variable. And coming to here, what are the continuous variables?
Age, height, weight.
Age, height, weight. Age, height, weight. Now, see here. Okay. So here always, when it is a categorical variable, always we need to use frequency function, proc freq. For all categorical variables, we need to use frequency. Frequency will produce count and percentages. Okay. Frequency procedure will produce counts and percentages. And next, it is a continuous, right? Continuous data. For continuous data, we need to use proc
Means.
Okay, this will produce us n mean, because in this category, for the categorical variable, we can just produce the count. It means the males count and females count. So when we are comparing with the overall, it means what is the percentage of males and what is the percentage of females. And next, but here for age, for the continuous variables, we cannot categorize the values, right? It means we cannot use the proc freq. So here what we need to use? We need to use proc means to produce the basic statistics. So it means here we need to just produce n mean, median, or standard deviation, and next median, quartiles, Q1, Q3, and min and max. So generally, we do these operations for the continuous variables. Okay. So yeah, let's do with the programmatical. So for this, we need to start with the proc freq. Data is equals to, okay, CLS2, and tables. If suppose I'm declaring the 6 variable, okay, semicolon, and run. So when I execute this procedure, now you can see the output window. Like so, female wise, what is the count? 9. And male wise, what is the count? 10. So it will just create the percentage as well based on the total count. What is the total count, total frequency for this SAS class? 19 records. So in this 19, we have two categories. So 9 divided by 19 into 100. So we'll get 47%. And next 10 divided by 19 into 100. We'll get 52.63. So this is the cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage. Actually, we don't require these two columns. And in output level also, we will not get this information. So this is generally if you want to see the just a categorical information. But if you want to create a data step, after after table statement, we need to declare the variables, and then we need to declare the forward slash. After that, we need to declare the statement is called out, and then we need to declare the data set name. So now when I execute this program, it will create the data step. Again, it means when we are running, every time it is just throwing a output information in result viewer. Okay, we don't require this output information, right? For that, you can just use the no print option. Okay, now when I execute, so it won't print anything. See, CNT. So it will just produces the the categorical variable what we have given here, that is here, and count 9 and percentage, like that we will get when we use the categorical variables for the frequency. So the same part, if you want to use age ERP as well. See here, CNT. So old 5, teen 7, young 36. Okay, so this is we call generally one-way categorical analysis or one-way frequency. So two-way frequency, it means, so based on the sex variable, I need to just summarize the counts based on age group. So the first main variable is sex variable. In that for each category, it will just separate with this age group values as well. It means how we will get the data for males, it will count teen, young, old, and for females, it will count again with male, sorry, teen, young, old values. So when we execute the data, see here, see here now, old, teen, young, old, teen, young. Is it clear now? How we can just go with the two-way frequency like?
We can use only two variables.
No, you can declare multiple variables, more number of variables. I'm just explaining two. So in this also we have section variable, right? So first you can, if you want to order, basically star. So first, previously the sorting order is based on the character variable, right? So first F will come. Now here, so the order is different, right? First male order is 1, right? So like that, you can see here. M is the first. Previously M is lot. Why? Because we just used only the sex variable, but now we are using section variable. It means when we are using the categorical analysis, always we need to habituate to create the numeric version of this categorical variables. Why? Because here, as per the data, the teen value should come first and young value should come next and old value should be last. But here, based on the character sorting order, the data is not in the proper order. So for that, what we need to do? We need to declare the numeric order for each categorical character variable. And then we need to use that numeric categorical variable and need to produce the frequency values. Is it fine?
Yeah, but like we have to get all wait, we are getting only count and frequency. We have to get all other 5 statistics, right? General
Which one?
in the result.
These things?
Yeah.
So these things
Oh,
based on proc means, not the
oh,
proc. Proc, it means, so don't confuse. We are doing only the categorical analysis. So categorical, it means only grouping variables.
okay.
Okay. This is the continuous analysis. It means it is for only result related variables. Okay.
Yeah, got confused.
Yeah. So I'm just declaring.
Raghava,
Yeah.
one quick question. When you write tables, does it mean that you're creating in a table format? So why do the tables you give the proc? When you go down, can you go down, please?
Mm-hmm.
So when you give proc freq and tables, does it mean that you're creating a tables or is it a type? Is it option which you're giving?
Tables is the statement.
Got it. Okay.
Proc freq. So if you want to just do the categorize any variable, it means if you want to find any operations, so this is the first statement we need to declare.
Okay.
Okay. So in general, in previous class, we discussed the proc sort. So always we are declaring the by statement in proc sort.
Yes.
So that is a basic key declaration of the statement. So without by statement, there is no proc sort to procedure calling, right? So When we are just
got it.
using the proc sort, we need to declare the by statement. Then we need to declare at least one variable in that by statement, right? At the same way,
Yes.
in this proc frequency also, tables is the statement like a by, and in that we need to declare any categorical variable.
Yes, got it. Thanks,
Okay.
thanks, Raghav. So, yeah, I think so. So this should go in this format, right? After the table statement, then we have to use the option statement to create another data set and then run the program. Is this the format we have to go, or can we?
Sorry, I
uh,
didn't get you. Can you please?
So when we use this proc freq and table statements for, I mean, this like this go by side by side. So my question is like when we used proc sort statement in the first slide, like for example, the proc instead of proc freq, I say proc sort and the data set name. Again, we immediately used out statement and then we used a by statement and then we have created another proc.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
the
like you are
process.
just saying like it means, so proc sort
The
data
data
is
set
equal
name.
to CLS2. Okay,
Then we
then
used out statement here.
yes. So here, suppose example CLS3, and next we are
Then
declaring by statement.
by statement.
Suppose name declaration run.
Yeah. So
Okay.
when we used out statement in the first line, right, Raghava?
Yes.
So my
We use
question
the
is like for proc, yeah, for proc
yeah.
freq, we are using the statement and the table statement, and then we are declaring the out
Yes,
statement. So is
100%
this
right.
the format for? So
Proc
this is the way we have to use for proc freq. That's the question.
Yes. Only for the proc when we are using the proc free. So
Mhm.
after table statement declaration,
We have to
so
give the
then
out
we need to
statement.
declare the forward slash. After that only we need to declare the out statement.
Okay, got it.
Okay. After that
Yeah.
only we need to declare the out statement. So in the same line you cannot declare.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, if you want, you can just create the age group numeric variable, and before you can just type numeric variable here. I think automatically you will get the even sex variable sorting order, and based on that you will get the same sorting order for the age group variable as well. Okay. Is it clear? Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. If suppose sometimes some people, it means you can declare the below part, you can just execute the like this part also. Sometimes some people may use like by 6. So they'll just, instead of declaring here, they may use the by statement. They will declare the variables here. So when I just execute this program, we got a syntax error. Why we are getting a syntax error? CLS2 is not sorted in a ascending sequence. Always you need to just keep in a mind, remember. So whatever we are, it means when we are using the by statement, we need to sort the variables based on the by statement declaration. It means section and sex. Next, we need to just use the class 3 data set here. Always when we are using the by statement, that should be sorted before the data step. So now you can run, it will execute without any errors. See here, CNT2. The same output for the CNT1, what you are getting here also, you can see the same output. Do you find any difference?
Percentages, I think, are different.
Percentages, yeah.
In percentage.
In percentages. So when we are using the by statement, what it is executing? So the total part is different. The value, the count, we are getting the same. Percentage is difference, it means. So I'll just give you the clear idea. So here, so in this male category, what is the total value? 3, 4, 3. Total is 10. So it will just take the maximum value is previously in this when we are using the table statement in frequency level. So here, so it will just giving the percentage calculation. The total value is 19, right? So 19, 3 divided by 19 into 100. We are getting 15.7 like that. But here the total value is male wise separate and female wise separate. Now you can see the total value 10. So 3 divided by 10 into 100, 30%. 3 divided by 4 divided by 10 into 100. 3 divided by 10 into 100. Next here, 2 divided by 9 into 100. Here 3 divided by 9 into 100. So that is the difference you can see when you just compare with the multiple frequency or with by statement declaration. Is it clear?
Yes.
So usually, like which syntax we need to follow, using the by statement or without that?
In generally, in our work level, so we want to use these percentages at any time.
Okay.
Okay. So for this, we need to derive the begin value separately, and we need to calculate the percentages. So suppose example, if something, I have the value like this, data, just to find the percentage, x is equals to, so I have the total value is this one. So for example, one exam, when we written the one exam, so the total marks is 150, but in that I got 125. Okay, how we can calculate the percentage? So always we need to remember the percentage calculation should be small n divided by big N into 100, right? So this is always the big N value, and this is always a small n value. So here x1 divided by or x divided by?
X1 divided by X.
X1 divided by X into 100. That's it. We need to declare. So this is the percentage calculation. In generally, in our work level, we do this execution. So we'll have frequency counts, and this begin value we need to declare explicitly, and we need to calculate the percentages. So in generally, we won't do any percentage, we won't take any percentages from the frequency. Okay. So, but always we prefer this part. But you need to know the comparison in between the table statement and when we are just checking with the tables and byte together. Is it okay?
Okay, thanks, Raghu.
Yeah. So this is about the proc frequency. Next, we can discuss about the proc means. And we'll have multiple examples in next class. So yeah, so this is only the basic information by using the proc rate. So to do the operations, we need to just do work on the data steps, not in the proc frequency. Proc frequency just to produce the basic counts. That's it. Okay. So from that, we need to just do some modifications, and we need to produce the outputs. So that's we'll discuss in the next classes. Just keep remind the basic syntaxes now. Now, proc means. Okay, syntax is data is equals to CLS 3. Okay. CLS3. And next we need to declare var statement. Suppose age I am declaring. See here, when we execute this program, okay, see here, when you're just using the var statement, after that, when you declare the var statement, here is the analysis statement. This will just produce the basic statistics for us. So n mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. Okay, so you know the mean, right? Mean means it will sum the all age values and it will count. So what is the n count for here? 19. So it will sum all age values and it will divide the 19. So then we'll get this value. Average, mean is nothing but a average, standard deviation, and a minimum value, maximum value. So this is the basic information in output level we'll get. Okay, but in generally, if you want to just execute, output the data set, here also we have different approach, but for the proc means. So after var statement, we need to declare the output statement. Again, we need to output the data set. We need to declare the output statement. After that, we need to declare out, and then you can declare the data set mean. Suppose mean one. So when I execute this program, previously there is no data step creation. It is only, it will just printing inside this HTML output method. Now I just created the output data set name, right? So you can see here the main one. In main one, you can see the values n, min, max, min, std. Okay, like that we'll get basic statistics for the proc means. But we want this type of vertical presentation. We won't prefer at any time. At any time, we won't prefer this vertical presentation. So what we need to do for the horizontal, it means all these values should be in a variable level. All these values should be in a variable level, not in a value level. So for this, we need to declare the all statistics individually. So for this, we need to declare the all statistics individually. Suppose n is equals to n1 and mean is equals to mean one, and next std is equals to sd1, and next median is equals to mdn1, and next q1 is equals to q1, q3 is equals to q3, min is equals to min, max is equals
The
to,
time and frequency are automatic variables in
sorry,
we are getting the type and frequency also, right?
here
Yeah.
underscore type of this I will explain you. Frequency is nothing but a overall. This n count, it will just to display here. Okay, underscore, this is the statistics we are getting here, and this is the stat name. Okay, inside the underscore stat underscore, here frequency underscore frequency, this is the total number of count in this data step, total 19, right? And underscore n underscore type underscore is, it means here we have zero classification. We do not have any classifications. Okay, so I will explain you the what is the use of underscore type underscore. So frequency means it is the general part. It means here we have the n value, right? The same value here it is printing. Okay, now when we execute, so always it just printing the output level, right? Use no print. So close the data step. Mean one. See here now, frequency N1, mean one, standard deviation, median, Q1, Q3, minimum, maximum. Okay, like this we are getting. If suppose I need the analysis, here I'm getting the overall. So ignorance of all males and females, I'm getting overall for the age group statistics. So, but now I need the statistics based on gender wise, means sex variable wise, male wise separate and female wise separate. So for that, what we need to do? For that, we need to classify the data. For that, we need to classify the data. So in proc means we have two statements. One is the class statement and one is the var statement. So class statement, it means it will classify the data. It is nothing but a categorization, like a table statement. And var statement, it is a analysis statement. So in var statement, always remember we need to declare only numeric variable because it will do all arithmetic operations and arithmetic execution, right? So it need to produce the statistics. So that is the reason in var statement we need to declare the analysis variable. But in class statement, you can declare the categorical variable. It may be the only categorical variables. So like section, like suppose sex variable I just mentioned here. So when I just execute this program, now you will get to know what is mean by underscore type underscore. You'll get to know what is mean by underscore type underscore. Here, this is the overall. So N1 value and underscore freq underscore is same, right? So that is fine. So here underscore type underscore is equals to 0. It means it will give the overall information. And next we just declared one class variable. For that it is giving 1. Classification for that it is giving 1. Now you can just see male wise statistics and female wise statistics. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Raghava, when you run the data step, we didn't get the Q1 and Q3, right?
Here
Yeah.
it means we didn't mention anything, right? By default stats it is just displaying. So if you want, we need to declare explicitly. Okay, so it means always when we are just doing the any tables with required this basic statistics, we use this information just because of the syntaxes. I'm explaining this part. So but in work level we use this concept.
So Q1 means quarter. What is that?
Quartiles. So you know the mean, right? Mean means always the 15th and 15th quarter, 50 average. In that 25th quartile is 25th percentage is Q1, 75th is Q3, and this is the minimum maximum.
Okay.
You understand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So class statement it is means it will just classify the data for the categorical variables. Here you don't declare any analysis variable in class statement. Class statement is nothing but a table statement, but there we will get the frequencies. But here the class statement will just classify the data, categorize the data. So you see the information inside the mean data step, right? So it is just classifying. This is the classification, 0 and 1. Okay. If I am declaring one more variable, if I am declaring one more variable, age grp, suppose I'm just changing instead of age into. So now in class, how many variables we declared? Two variables. So when you open the data step, now you can see underscore type underscore is equals to 0. It means it is a overall presentation, overall display. And next for one, it is displaying with the age group values. For two, it is displaying the sex variable categorization. And next three, it is displaying the both combinations together. So female wise old teen young, male wise old teen young. But do we require this part when we are just using the classification with two variables? We need the maximum way, right? We need only the three. Underscore type underscore is equal to 3 part only we need. So we don't require the first two parts. Why? Because we just need this information when we are just doing the classification for two variables. Yes or no? So for that, if you want to display only the maximum way information, you need to use one more option is called n-way. N-way option, it will display only the selected part. It will ignore the remaining information. Okay, it will display only the maximum number of way. See here. So it is just displaying only the maximum number of way. It is not displaying anything. Okay, if you want to sum, you will get sum as well. Sum means it will just count the value. It will sum the value, not the count, based on the category. You know sum, right? So
Raghava, can you explain some function and some statement difference?
that is, so I didn't cover it in numeric functions.
It's covered.
Yeah. Okay. Just simple example. Some statement, for example, demo. Any variable ABC is equals to sum of 10 comma dot comma 20. Okay, ABC 1 is equals to 10 plus dot plus 10, suppose 20. Okay, for example, these values, it may be the variables, something A plus B plus C. So A value has 10, B value has dot, C value has 20. Okay, so when I execute this program, you can see missing values have been generated, something, this information, where in 122 line, this line, in some function. So open the demo data step, then you see here you can see the value, here you can see the missing value. So what is the difference between this is the sum statement, this is the sum function. So sum function, it will sum the value if we have any missing values also. So it will just ignore the missing values, it will sum not missing values. But some statement, if we have any missing value, if we declared 3 values, right? So in that, if you have any missing value, it will display all missing values. It means it will just display the missing value. So if we have all non-missing values only, then it will sum the value. Otherwise, it will give the missing value. Okay.
No, Raghava, if we don't, I don't want to use the arithmetic operators. I want to use some keyword.
So this is the statement, some function.
Not in the sum function. Is there any way to use the sum keyword in statements as a statement?
Where some statement, like you mean here?
Yeah.
I don't know how to use this part. I don't
think-
know. So
I think she's asking to keep in proc means sum is equal to age.
no. In proc means you can just use the sums like that is also a one stat option value, right? So you can declare here. That's it. So you cannot declare anything like sum inside. So I don't know the sum statement. It means as a value level statement declaration inside the program. So maybe you can check. You can just Google search and check that part. And programmatically, I think so. I didn't get the chance to work that part.
Okay, Radha.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, it means we have too many. So that's what I told you, right? So we have too many things we need to just expose with our SAS environment. But I'm just explaining the programs only in our clinical programming part. So which is regularly we are using. So when it means in programmatically, if I am using any new concepts, I'm just explaining here. So so this type of concept, even I don't know, even I need to search like you. Okay. So the process, okay, you can just check with that part. And so is this clear?
Yes.
And Raghava, for like summary statistics, sometimes instead of proc means we can use proc summary and proc tabulate as well, right? So what is the difference? Like, is it the same? Will it give the same output?
It may give the same output, but sometimes it may be the different. I'll give you the next class the clear idea about the difference between proc summary and proc means. Okay.
Okay, thank
you. Okay, so this is the basic execution about the proc means. Okay, so yeah, I need to just update with okay. So I'll just give you the one template, and I will explain you the next class.
Okay.
What are other statistical procedures other than mean, tabulate, and
So for example, frequency means we generally use our tables programming in our project level.
okay.
Okay, so these are the safety level executions. Safety, it means so we have safety and efficacy level submissions we have in our programmatical level. So efficacy level, it means those are the it means so totally different. Those efficacy level procedure statisticians will give us, even for the SAS programmers, the statisticians, they will guide us to which procedure we need to use. So we have too many other procedures, the efficacy related procedures like proc t-test, live test, proc reg, and proc npair one way. Too many things we have. So that's it means now it means it will take too much time to to execute those procedures, and we do not have proper data also. Okay. So now just you need to concentrate on the safety analysis, what we are discussing. Efficacy, it means when you are just getting into the work, when you get the chance and the time you can learn, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. So why? Because efficacy, there is no standard execution. So always it keep on changing study to study. So based on the requirement, the statisticians will changes the procedures and every time. So these are but frequency and means the standard. Every studies we need to produce 80% of tables by using this proc freq and means only. Okay. And instead of proc means, we can use proc summary. No issues.
And we don't use proc tabulate in real time.
Yes, we can use, but some scenarios, not all time. Regularly. So in this, it means in our classes, I'm just explaining the regular work. Okay, regular work. So up to 3 to 4 years, up to 3 to 4 or 5 years, what way work we may get. So those information I'm just explaining, I'm just taking the examples and I'm just explaining that part. Okay, so above that, it means it will take another 6 months to explain everything.
Okay.
Okay, it will not cover in this short time period. Okay, now I'll just give you the one shot. This I will explain, no worries about this part. Okay. Okay, here, this is the continuous variables and this is the categorical variables. So counts and percentage. Okay, now you can just execute the same part with what are the height units? Inches, right? Yes. Okay. And next, you can just categorize some height related variables. HT group. And we need to just categorize some part. And this we need to produce next class. this information we need to produce in next class. Okay. Okay. So yeah, don't miss the next class. It is very important. We'll just based on the above procedures, we need to do these things, and we'll cover even the proc transpose as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this week we will complete
Procedures.
procedures. Yeah, next class we'll just complete with the procedure, and after that class we'll complete merging and stacking as well. And next class, maybe the next week onwards, we'll start with the advanced SAS. So in advanced SAS, it may take 3 classes. So in end of next, sorry,
For macros and SQL.
yeah, 3 to 4 classes it will take.
Okay.
I think SQL is only the 1 class. Okay, macros 2 classes. Only 3 classes it will complete in advanced SAS.
In
Okay.
between, we'll not have the test.
Yeah. So for these procedures, we need to have the test, all procedures. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I'll give the in between the week, the test. So after that, one day, yeah, Ramarao will going to explain the test, and remaining time I will explain the classes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.